Hey everyone, I am back with another video. I know it's been some time since I've posted on this channel, but there's a reason for everything. Nothing but positive energy, hopefully, and I can't promise that I'm back on a steady pace, but what I can say is I'm going to try my best to stay consistent. I'm going to eventually work my way back into getting all of the readings done for each and every zodiac sign. But this video is specific to children. And I decided to do a reading for children. Decided to do a reading for children and not just any old children. Lately, a lot of things has been on my mind. I have been in a meditative state for a very, very long time now. And those of you who are not familiar with meditating, meditating can come in different forms. Each and every person meditates different. For me, this time it was standing still, letting go of things that no longer serve me, and allowing the universe to move me and my life in ways that are beneficial and positive to my future. And during this meditative time, I am not resisting. I'm just not resisting. I'm totally standing still, allowing what will be to be. And I'm very thankful that I have done that, because in this period of my lifetime, I am content. I wouldn't say I'm happy and overfilled with joy. Even though I'm happy, I would say I'm content. I'm not complaining. But long story short, that is the reason for my disappearance. And I can't tell you, that's why I said I don't know if I'm going to be consistent with the readings, but I'll try to get them out there as much as possible, as often as possible, because like I said, I'm not resisting right now. Change is in my life and it's flowing in and out, purging things that no longer serve me, putting things in my life that benefit me, and I am strictly going with the flow. So basically, on to what this video is about. I have lately been very emotional and sensitive to a lot of things, people, environments, energies, and everything, to the point where part of my purging cycle has to do with a lot of crying. I've been doing a lot of that, and not because of things that's going on personally in my life, but just around the world. And usually it doesn't really affect me. Well, it does, but I don't openly express it or internalize it or take anything personal in the world, because I would usually just say it is what it is. But lately, I have been very sensitive and emotional to these children that are losing their mothers and fathers behind gun violence, domestic violence, however they're losing their mothers and fathers. And not only that, the children that have lost their lives by the hands of a loved one or even a stranger. All of this energy has been hitting me left to right, left to right, left to right. In the last 2 days, it dawned on me, and I'm sitting here in the car on my way home, and I look back at my kids and I asked them, and I said, what are you guys, why I started the conversation off like this. I said, if I were to ever pass away, would you guys still make the people responsible for raising you responsible for keeping you guys together? And they looked at me like, what? And I said, when I die, I want to make sure that you guys still make the same effort that I put in to make sure you guys are all together at all times. I want you guys to make sure you're doing the same thing. And they're like, Mom, you're not going to die. Mom, you're not going to die. And I'm like, well, one day, of course, everyone dies, and so will I. And I just had to make it a point to just let them know that a strong foundation is important, and family is important, and stick together. And I always tell my children, if you guys don't have anybody else in the world, you guys better lean on each other and always have each other's back, period. But on that note, it's just like lately I've been getting all this energy, and it's crazy, and it's like I have to speak out on it whether I want to or not. So if you guys are not interested in hearing this video because it's not a zodiac reading or anything like that, then just totally tune off, because nobody needs the negative energy on this video. I'm here to spread the word, get the word out, and speak for those who are no longer here to speak. One little girl that has really been bothering me like hell lately, to the point where I'm scrolling through the news feed on social media and she pops up, and they made a mold of her in a statue type of figure like thing. And I'm like, she wants to tell me something. And not only that, I'm getting chills like as we speak. And I hope I'm not wrong, but I do think that little girl was in Florida. Florida or Texas. Florida or Texas is coming to mind. And we're going to get on Florida too. That could be why those two are clashing. Let me get my other phone, because that little girl was either from Florida or Texas, but she has been on me like crazy. Hold on a minute. Here we go. So yeah, she has been bugging me and bugging me and bugging me. Not bugging me. I don't want to say bugging because that sounds like I'm just bothered, but I'm not bothered. But it's just like I have no type of connection to this child. I don't know her personally. I've briefly heard about the story. And for all of you who are like, who are you talking about? It's the Mikayla Davis girl, little girl. Or Mikayla, I can't think of her name. It starts with a M. It starts with a M, and I'm not even sure if her last name is Davis, but I'm looking for her. Malia. Yeah, see, she was from Florida or Texas. So she's from Texas. Yeah, she's been coming to mind like crazy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little girl. I'm not going to put a photo on here of her because that is just not my place. But she's been coming to me, and for her to be as young as she was, I think she was 4. For her to be as young as she was, her soul was familiar. If you guys understand what I'm saying. Her soul was familiar. She's been here. Her soul is millions and millions of years old. The little girl was smart. Very, very smart, bright, loving. I don't know her personally. I'm just going off of what messages I'm getting. And I know this is old news because I think this happened maybe in the beginning of this year. I'm not sure. I don't know dates. I don't know any of that. I don't know straight facts. I don't know nothing. I mean, I know something because she's came around, she's came up. But I didn't dissect the story and get all into it and follow it or anything like that. All I know is she is on the other side with the children that have lost their lives, have been abducted, have been raped and molested and killed and things like that. And things of that nature. These here represent fertility, and I was just told to grab these. So this reading is just going to go deep, might be all over the place, but bear with me, stick with me. This little girl had a soul that was very old, and she is basically letting us know that there hasn't been justice like it should be when it comes to these children being abducted, raped, killed, or whatever the case may be. Of course, they usually find their killer and they get prosecuted and they go to jail and so forth, but it's not being justified. The fact that these children are losing their lives and it keeps happening, there's a problem. There is a problem. There's a gap, and there's loopholes around the problem. Because from what I read, this little girl was taken from her home by Child Protective Services because she had a fractured skull, and that may not be completely what happened, but there was something with her brain that was horrible. The little girl had to get surgery and so forth for it. And from what I'm getting from her, it was the father's fault, the stepfather or whoever that man was to her. It was her fault, and the mother knew about it, and she covered it up. This little girl was abused over and over and over and over again, and the mother knew about it, and she covered it up. The mom, okay, I don't want to get too deep into this because, like I said, when things like this happen and it gets into the media and there's things like that happening, I don't like speaking on it personally because I feel like that's too much drama in a sense. It's legal. It's in the legal hands at this moment. And I don't feel like it's my place to speak on anything that happened in that case. But the little girl wants her message to get out, her story to get out. And I don't feel like I'm strong enough to deliver it at this point. And I don't want to say strong enough. Well, I'm just going to, we'll say strong enough. I don't think I'm strong enough to deliver that message at this point. So I'm going to ask her to just allow me to speak on her behalf and the other children that she is in company with, and then allow the state of Texas to figure everything else out. And it's hurting me so much not to be able to tell her side of the story because all I hear is please, please, please. But I'm not comfortable enough to take that position. Give me a moment. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I wanted to take the time out to kind of hear and see everything because this little girl is desperately crying out for help on the physical and the spiritual plane. She's not resting as much as she would like to. She is literally a helper, I would want to call her, for lack of better words. She wants to be the voice for those on the other side that didn't feel justified and left too early. Everyone says that everyone has their time. We have a birth date and we have a death date. But for those children, I do not believe that their time to go was so soon because they're so innocent. A lot of children that have crossed over are fucking furious. Furious as fuck. Because they felt like the justice system failed them. Their loved ones failed them. And I don't mean to say this in a fucked up way because shit happens. Things happen, and some of them things we cannot control. They are out of our control. But a lot of these children weren't fully watched over. They weren't fully protected. A lot of them weren't loved like they needed to be loved. And that's why a lot of them feel unjustified. This video is to speak on the hurricane that's coming in Florida. I didn't really want to speak on it because I know that the ones that are there that have good souls don't have to worry. But I do see this hurricane washing and swallowing up a good amount of people that did not have good intentions here on earth. And of course, like every other hurricane and wildfire or earthquake or natural disaster, is spiritual. So if you've been thinking that and you've been saying that, yes, that is true. This one right here is from them pissed off kids. And not only that, there's also parents that have lost their lives too soon behind violence, and they have left their children behind. They're pissed. They're furious. This hurricane right here is here to fuck some shit up. I'm gonna pull some cards. I don't know why I'm gonna pull these cards. I just thought this was gonna be a video of me talking, letting a message go. I had my cards out just in case. And I gotta pull them. And I told you guys, bear with me. This video is kind of gonna be all over the place, but it all ties in together. You know, sometimes you just can't ignore the messages that you get no more. And I swear, like, I've been sitting here, standing still, and I've been getting messages and messages after messages and messages, and I've been wanting to make videos. I definitely been wanting to put some videos out there, some spiritual videos out there, some readings for horoscopes, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Nothing was allowing me to make those videos and put them out, and it was like, you got bigger fish to fry, girl. You got bigger fish to fry. Not saying that, you know, I don't want to deliver the message to people, because I do. I definitely do. I want to have you guys eyes open wide as mine is. But Spirit was telling me, you got bigger fish to fry, baby. And now I see. I'm not doing this off no capping shit or whatever the hell y'all be using and shit like that, but it's just like you can only sit still for so long and sit on some information before you explode. We got the 8 of Coins. Yeah. What messages do we have today? What messages would you like me to deliver and clarify for the people? Ooh, okay. So let's just go with what came out. Okay. Wow. I hope you guys can see the... Oh, y'all can't see? Bring these on down. You know what's freaky to me? I don't know if this video is going to be recording upside down, but these cards are not in reverse, guys. I should probably stop the video and see. And I'm going to move this out of the way. We'll just keep it by for some energy. Alright. I'm going to stop this video really quick to make sure that you guys are not seeing everything in reverse. Okay, so you guys may be seeing everything in reverse, but please work with me. These cards are not in reverse. If any of them come out in reverse, I'll let you know. But right now, we got to work with what we got. Hell. If you don't like it, click off the video. That's just that. We got business to do here. So first card I pulled was 8 of Coins, 8 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 5 of Coins, 8 of Swords. Immediately when I see these cards, like I were saying with the children, I hope you guys can see all of these cards with the children and the parents and so forth that lost their lives way too soon. Immediately when I see this spread, I'm not going off the book definition. I'm definitely going off the energy of these cards. Here we got the 8 of Swords. Like I said, the kids do not feel they were justified, and that the steps that could have been taken that weren't taken could have saved their lives. So they immediately feel like they died in vain. Nobody cared enough to look deeper or understand, or let alone take the time out to talk to these children to see where they were mentally, physically, and emotionally. They were neglected in so many different ways, and it don't necessarily have to be by their parents, but the justice system, peers, whatever the case may be. It felt like they were on their knees, hands tied, and they're really grieving. Really grieving. A lot of these children have not crossed over because everything is just being swept under the rug. It's being swept under the rug, and then it happens again to another child. And then we got 7 of Swords. And then we got 8 of Coins. These cards here to me relate to each other. Energy-wise, spiritually-wise, they are building a foundation that we will feel physically, because it can't keep happening. It cannot keep happening. It cannot keep happening. And as I look in these pictures, there's water, and the 5 of Coins, and the 8 of Coins. Not only that, the number 5 is coming up a lot as well. There's 5 cards here. The energy number 5 is coming up. I don't know if something's going to happen on the 5th day of September. Something with the number 5. Something with the number 5. Help me out here, guys. Did the little girl just turn 5? What is number 5? What is the number? Okay. That hurricane may be a category 5. Okay. Yeah, they're not fucking playing, y'all. They are not playing. They are not playing. And during this time, for anybody in the surrounding areas or in the area of Florida where all this is about to go down, you need to be praying and you need to be meditating. This is the time to manifest things that you need. Let me pull some more cards. Y'all just don't know how pissed and sad and hurt they are. Everybody's been sweeping it under the rug because we're being so desensitized over all of this violence and, you know, things of that. It has become the norm. But then on the spiritual plane, there's a battle, an emotional battle, because everything has been swept under the rug. And, you know, I was just about to make a post today on Instagram, which I think I still might post. But I was going to make a post on Instagram saying, what about the children that lost their parents behind domestic violence, gun violence, and things of that nature, and has been taken away from their children. And a lot of these kids, maybe with family members, but nobody had planned for these children to lose their parents. So these children are suffering emotionally. And the ones taking care of them are also suffering. Because how do you plan for a young child to be without their parents forever? How do you plan for something like that? You can't. It's something that you got to do day by day. So these children are suffering. Not only are they suffering because they lost their parents, but they're suffering because of the fact that they don't really have what these other children may have. They don't have the guidance that they should have. Yeah, they may have grandma that loves them to death, but grandma can't replace mom. Grandma can't replace dad. It's different. It's a pain that we don't know. Where are the charities and the social groups and where is the help for these kids at? Somewhere where they can go and talk to somebody that can relate. They're just dealing. That's what I'm saying. It's like this hatefulness has become the norm. And it's not normal. As I said, guys, when this hurricane decides to hit down, you guys can start doing it now. Start preparing and start meditating and start manifesting. I'm going to do my manifestation. I'm not even in Florida, but I'm going to do my thing. Start meditating what you want into your life right now. Again, it's right here. It's right here. Third eye chakra. Wake the fuck up, y'all. Wake up. Wake up. The fucking Amazon is on fire, y'all. Fuck. Are y'all not realizing what's going on right now? Are y'all not realizing what's going on? I'm not pulling another card from this deck. I'm not pulling another card from this deck. If y'all don't get the message, I don't know what to tell you. Material harvest. Fulfillment. Wishes. Prosperity begins. Third eye chakra. 8 of Cups. I'm not pulling no more cards from this deck here. If you didn't get the message, then it ain't for you. It's right here. It's right there. It's right there. Y'all gotta wake up. Wake up. Guys, don't leave yet. As I was editing my video, as I always do whenever I post for you guys, I like to view the video from the viewer's standpoint of view. As I was doing that, I got a message telling me, go look at the article about Mikayla Davis. As I was looking at the article, I didn't read it, didn't get into details because I didn't want to bring up them feelings and so forth. I just scanned through the article. A picture appeared, and it was the picture of the guy that killed Mikayla. Under his picture was his name. Okay? This man's name is Dorian. Okay? The hurricane that's coming through Florida, they named it Dorian. Okay? If you guys are familiar with the physical realm and the spiritual realm, you guys know that this was no coincidence. Stay awoke. Peace. Until next time, like this video If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Press the subscribe button. See you guys again.